Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Racing Podblast with me, Tony Mack, and Ben Aiken from Narrowing the Field. And we head to Haydock this weekend, covering 3 races from their Saturday card. The Group 2 Temple Stakes being the highlight on the card. And then we head to Scotland for the final scores on the doors with Isla and our Football Trixie Battle, top, middle and bottom. But it's off to Haydock first, and the Silver Bowl Handicap is the first race under analysis for us, due off at 1:15 on Saturday. Welcome along, Ben, and can you start us off with that one, the 1:15, the Silver Bowl Handicap at Haydock?
Yeah, morning, Tony. Yeah, well, a couple of runners interest me in this 3-year-old handicap. Silent Move is the first of them. The gelding is trained by Richard Fye, and he has sent 25 runners to the Silver Bowl handicap over the years. He's won with 3 of them. He does like to target this valuable pot. Fahey's previous winners of the Silver Bowl all finished first or second last time out, had between 3 and 6 previous career starts, and ran within the past 30 days. Richard Fye runners that fed those stats in the Silver Bowl returned 3 wins and 2 placed efforts from 7 qualifiers. Silent Move meets those stats this year. He won over this course and distance last time out, so we know he handles the track well. The only query is the ground, because he's yet to race on slower than good to soft. It's a query rather than a negative right now. It's more than factored into his 14-1 price. So Silent Move is on the radar for sure. Cerulean Bay also catches my eye. He finished 3rd in the race, won by Silent Move last time out. He didn't get the best of passages that day. Worth marking up a little on the bare form. He's by New Bay, and his 3-year-old colts and geldings have some solid stats in turf handicaps, especially those that are yet to win a handicap. 22 winners, 17 place runners from 87 qualifiers, 25% win strike rate, 45% win and place strike rate, over 72 points profit. So positives on the sire front there for Cerulean Bay. And Nelly Lilacs is the other that needs plenty of consideration. He won a Class 3 over course and distance last time out in comfortable fashion. Perhaps more importantly, the win came on soft ground, which took his record on soft and heavy to 4 wins from 6. Also took his Haydock record to 2 wins from 3. Added to that, Nelly Lilacs also fits the following Tom Dascombe angle I have plugged in. Tom Dascombe, 3-year-olds in Haydock handicaps over 1 mile or further that won at Haydock last time out. Dascombe's record with those types is 10 winners and 1 place from 15 qualifiers, 67% win strike rate, 73% win and place strike rate, almost 29 points profit. Nelly Lilacs meets that angle here, and Nelly Lilacs would be the one that interests me the most for the Silver Bowl. At bigger prices, I'd also want to take a bit of a swing at Silent Move. So Nelly Lilacs and Silent Move for me. What have you got for the Silver Bowl, Tony?
Yeah, I've got Nelly Lilacs here, mate, as well. Looks a decent price at 13-2 with Pierre-Louis Jamin in the saddle. Back to winning ways, as you said, on seasonal debut over course and distance off a £5 lower mark. 3 from 5 on soft ground. Jockey is 4 from 6 on Nelly Lilacs. 2 wins in fields of between 12 and 15, and has off a similar layoff is 2 from 5 in a similar grade as well. So Nelly Lilacs, very much so. I'm with you on that one. Volterra, of course, who is favourite at the moment for Kevin Ryan and Tom Eves, won last 2, including on return to action at Newmarket when beating 7 rivals by 1 3/4 lengths. Didn't settle that day. And at Newmarket, and if the son of Far can settle more in his races, he could be anything. I think he's got bundles of ability. This horse, left-handed, could be a concern, but Volterra can give another good account here in this one. And one at a bigger price, Ben, Son of Man, who's around 16-1 with some firms paying 4 and 5 places. Winner on debut at Yarmouth over 6 furlongs, September last year, before possibly tried a little too high. Not beaten far and not disgraced in a couple of Group 3 contests at Newmarket towards the end of last season, and could be interesting on return to action. That's Son of Man at a big price. That's the 1:15, the Silver Bowl overall handicap. 150, the Temple Stakes, Group 2, over 5 furlongs. Here we go. It takes a minute to win it. What's going to win it, Ben?
Yeah, Temple Stakes, a couple of solid race trends to factor into the equation for this one. With all of the last 12 winners meeting the following 2 trends. All had previously won at Class 1 level, and all were rated 107 or higher, and were either the top-rated horse or rated no more than £9 below the top-rated horse. 3 meet those stats this season: Living the Dream, Rogue Lightning, and Equality. I'd also pull The Dream onto my shortlist as well. Living the Dream ran third in this last year before rounding out his season with a win in a Nunthorpe at York, and then a couple of fourth-placed finishes in 2 group races in America. He looks likely pace angle in this. Yeah, he was the pace angle last year as well. Not hard to see him going well again. But his trainer has indicated that a repeat crack at the Nunthorpe and then a return to America are the main targets this season. However, so must be a possibility he'll come on for this first out and Live the Dream, but he should be there or thereabouts, I think. Rogue Lightning also makes his seasonal debut here. His form kicked on no end last season after they gelded him and then stuck a hood on. He won 3 on the bounce and then finished the season with a close 5th in the Abbey at Longchamp. He's by Kodiak, and that would be my only small concern for him. His offspring don't always kick on at group level outside of their 2 and 3 year old careers. Kodiak offspring aged 4 or older in UK and Irish group races. There are only 5 wins from 104 starts. It's a 5% strike rate and 50% below market expectation. So I'd maybe just be tempted to sit and watch Rogue Lightning here, see if he's one that's up to defying those stats, which he could be, admittedly. I think he's, I don't think, hopefully they won't hold him back, but maybe just stopping me betting him just now, Rogue Lightning. But again, like Living the Dream, I think he should go well. Equality, the other on the trend shortlist. Now, he finished a well-beaten 11th in this last year, but that was on Good to Firm. His 0 from 6 0 placed efforts on Good to Firm are quicker, so easy enough to forgive that run. But I'm not sure he wants things quite as soft as he gets this year either. So Equality, ground possible issue for him. So positive negatives for the 3 that fit the trends. It's actually the other one I pulled on the shortlist, The Dream, that interests me the most. She's a mare that comes alive on ground with plenty cut underfoot. If you look at The Dream on soft or heavy ground on a straight track at Group 2 level or below, she's 3 wins and 2 placed efforts from 5 starts. She's actually run really well in her 2 starts so far this campaign, despite the ground being quicker than ideal. So she does come here in good form. And she's also running here off her preferred days since last run break of 21 days or more, with all her previous wins coming off a break of 21 days or more. So The Dream is the one for me in the Temple Stakes, but also a quick mention for the Aussie rider, As Fura. It's always hard to gauge the exact level of ability of these types, but at least you'll get to see her run on these shores before she rocks up at Royal Ascot next month. And furthermore, she has got the talents of my brother from another mother in the saddle, Tony. One Mitchell Aitken. Go on, Mitch lad. Go on, Mitch lad. Never heard of the boy, but I'm sure he'll give Asfura a good run. But it is The Dream for me. Ground is very much in her favour here. So The Dream for me. What have you got for the Temple Stakes, Tony?
Well, I wish you hadn't mentioned the international horses that are going to Royal Ascot, because there's one thing that Royal Ascot that really pisses me off is the Wesley Ward loving every year.
Oh, yeah.
And he never wins. He's not won anything for 5 years, I don't think, or something like that. Absolutely.
Been a while, I think.
I mean, fair play. He did all right about, what was it, between 8 and 12 years ago, but nothing in the last 5 or 6 years, or nothing of any note.
Makes the market for everything. Makes the market for
it does, mind. Yeah, it
so,
does. Yeah, it makes ours better prices. And yeah, good. Anyway, Wesley Ward, we love him. And Rogue Lightning, I'm with you there on that one, mate. Fabulous 3-year-old season he had, winning 3 of 4 starts, including his last 3 and the listed Scarbados Stakes at Doncaster when winning with plenty in hand there. Possibly needed the first run last season. That's a slight concern. So, bit of a concern there for Rogue Lightning. He finished 9th, I think, of 11 at Newmarket in May. Around this time last year, needing that run. So that's a slight concern for Rogue Lightning, but I think it can go well. Beautiful Diamond each way, not disgraced in a couple of Group 2 starts last term at Royal Ascot, finishing 3rd of 26 in the Queen Mary before finishing 1 1/4 lengths adrift of the winner of the Lowther Stakes at York. Beautiful Diamond won the listed Rosebery Stakes in September, beating 4 rivals by a length. A fine 3rd of 8 on return in the Group 3 Palace House Stakes at Newmarket earlier this month. Trainer Carl Burke has a 38% win and play strike rate in the last 7 days, including 3 wins with Lethal Levi in elite status last Saturday and Native Warrior during the week at Nottingham. So hopefully, fingers crossed for Beautiful Diamond running a big race as an each-way price, and Rogue Lightning at a shorter price. And I would tell listeners to have a look at Vad Dream, like you've mentioned there, mate, and also 7 Questions, also on the short list in the 150 at Haydock. On to the 225, the Sandy Lane Stakes, Group 2 over 6 furlongs. Ben, your thoughts on the Sandy Lane Stakes offered 225?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You've distracted me by saying Lethal Levi won last weekend.
Yeah,
because I'm technically on a little bit of a break just now. I'm not really got my eye in it, and I was like, Lethal Levi. I know I've got notes for him. I definitely had my eye on him for a lot of last year, and then I'm like just going, 15-2. Jesus. Anyway, we need a break sometimes, but you miss some.
Absolutely, of course, you don't need a break.
Right, anyway, back to the Sandy Lane Stakes. Yeah, it's been a Group 2 contest for the last 8 renewals. All 8 winners met the following trends. All were rated 106 or higher, and all won one of their last 3 starts. 3 meet those stats this year, and it's Van Dijk, Inisherin, and Esquire. And they are the current top 3 in the market as well, I think. Well, they were when I looked last night. Van Dijk, unsurprisingly, odds-on favourite for this. He's 4 from 4 in his career so far. That includes a Group 2 and 2 Group 1s. He's also currently the favourite for a Commonwealth Cup at Royal Ascot next month. All being well, you think he'd be winning this, given what he's shown to date. Only minor concern would be on the sire side of things again, as 3 and 4-year-old offspring of his sire, Havana Grey, don't yet have the best records in Class 1 and Class 2 sprints over 5 and 6 furlongs. For 5 wins from 64 starts, it's 8% win strike rate, 23% below market expectation. Still early days for Havana Grey as a side, of course, so there's maybe nothing to that, but it's something to keep an eye on. Anyway, I wouldn't be interested in backing Van Dijk odds on. He's about the price you'd expect him to be, given the form he's shown, so I can leave him alone. But there is 8 going to post here, hopefully. And Van Dijk's strengths at the head of the market does push some of the others out to tempting odds. And one of the others on the trends shortlist does interest me, and that would be Esquire. And he comes here after winning the Greenham last time out. So we're dropping back to 6 furlongs for this. I think that proven 7 furlong stamina he showed in the Greenham could come in handy in this, as it's likely to be testing enough ground given the amount of rain that's fallen recently. And Esquire can hopefully stay on strong to grab one of the places, maybe more if the favourite misfires for any reason. And the Esquire is also by a sire, Harry Angel, who previously won this race. And with any luck, he can channel a bit of his dad's class and run a big race here. So Esquire each way for me in the Sandy Lane Stakes. Tony, what do you have?
Yeah, I've got Van Dijk, mate, here. Clear and obvious contender for Simon and Ed Crisford. 3 from 3, 1 on soft and over 6 furlongs on all 3 occasions. While this, I don't think this company will bother him, and a straight flat track, and a straight track rather than a flat track to suit as well, Van Dijk. I think he's the one to beat there, definitely. Distance winner Pandora's Gift. I've gone for a couple of wild swings at outsiders here, and I've come down on 2. Distance winner Pandora's Gift obviously been running on the all-weather. Looks a little big in the betting after 4 wins on the trot, albeit on the all-weather. Gets a fillies allowance here. Trip, size of field, and a win on the board this month are all positives for Pandora's Gift. Think might be a bit big. And Alaskan Gold for trainer Carl Burke and Clifford Lee in the saddle here. Better run. I think it's better than his last run at Newmarket suggests. Not beaten fine. Group 3 Greenham Stakes at Newbury last month. And Clifford Lee, I don't know, the owners, Apple Tree Stud, have obviously been asking for big name riders rather than Clifford Lee in the shape of Tom Marquand's ridden at Alaskan Gold, and then on the last 3 occasions they've had Oisin Murphy booked as well, which hasn't helped. 2nd of 9, 5th of 11th, last of 4 for Alaskan Gold, but Clifford Lee's back in the saddle tomorrow and could go well at a big price. Alaskan Gold in that 225 at Haydock. All right, it's time for top, middle and bottom, everyone. Here we go.
Oh, golly, what a boy! The great thing about loving football is you cannot explain why you love it. It just happens. Chasing a ball round a park, wanting one team to win against the other.
El Mahoney, right foot, whips it. Oh, jeez, he peeps, man.
Well, what a season. Top, middle and bottom, fantastic. All in good fun, even though I've lost 40 odd quid. But and I do apologise anybody who's been following me, but it's a light-hearted bit at the end of our show each week, Podblast each week. And it's time to wrap up. Top, middle and bottom, very sad. And Ben's going to give us the details and the final results and also what's coming up in future.
Yes, last week's results, 1 winner for me, no winners for you, minus 4 points to wrap up top class season, giving season ending totals of me plus 0.23 points profit. Tony minus 41.15, second album syndrome there, I think, Tony. Let's be honest. And it's a tough place to do your second album, the Scottish lower leagues.
Yes.
And I think we're both glad that grind is done and dusted for another season. A couple of weeks off for us from the football, and then we'll fire up a Euros special where we'll try and mash the top, middle and bottom format into the Euros schedule somehow. Not sure how, but we'll figure it. We like riding by the seat of our pants. So yes, couple of weeks off and then the Euros, and we'll see what we can do there for top, middle and bottom. I think people just want to hear the jingle anyway, Tony. So.
Oh, absolutely. Genius. It should be an award-winning jingle, actually, Ben.
Oh, definitely. Nobody would touch us on that one.
Jeezy peeps. Brilliant. It still makes me laugh even now. We've been playing it a year. It's brilliant. Good stuff. Yeah, cheers, mate. I think everybody gets the spirit that it's in, isn't it? It's for good fun, isn't it? And light-hearted at the end of our Podblast.
You'll be back next week, next year.
Definitely.
It's a very, very, very steep learning curve, the Scottish lower leagues. I've been there. I mean, 20 years ago, my learning curve was on at least probably more than that. So, you'll be gaining plenty of knowledge. And as I was saying to you, there was many times you are close to landing.
Yes.
You're one goal away so many times, and usually a late goal lost by somebody like the pricks at Dumbarton, something like that. Doing you. So, no offence, Dumbarton, if you're listening.
No offence, Dumbarton.
We'll love you. Who got promoted?
We might have to get a sponsored team next year and get them to promote the Podblast every week.
Well, we'd sponsor a player.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Yeah, why not? We'll have a look into that.
Oh, I like the idea of that.
Yeah. Look at that live, you see? Live.
The boy at Spartans, you said Blair the Hare. Was that Spartans?
What we called Aiken as well. There's a guy called Aiken as well, isn't there?
That's right. I forgot about him. Oh, well, now, that's me for the rest of the day.
We'll have to look at that. Yeah. All right, thanks for listening. Latest edition of the Racing Podblast. Very best luck with your betting in the Haydock. You can catch me weekdays, Monday to Friday, 6 o'clock on Shed Hot Radio. You can catch more from Ben over on narrowingthefield.co.uk. Big thanks for listening this week. Have a great weekend, everybody. It's bank holiday weekend. Get out and enjoy the sun. And we'll see you next week with the next instalment of the Racing Podblast. Cheers, Ben.
Just on it.
Thank you. See you, everybody.